I really enjoyed the time on St. Lucia. The facility was beautiful, restaurants, facilities, a really nice marina. One of the places I would definitely recommend to anybody looking for a beautiful place to hang out with boats and resorts and beaches. Quite a nice place. The only downside is that the international airport is a 90-minute, really rough car ride, taxi ride through mountains and valleys to the north end of the marina. So if you don't need to go to the marina in Rodney Bay, then stay on the south side of the island near the airport. But otherwise, it's a great place to visit. All right, it's a beautiful Sunday morning. We got up at 6:30. It's about 10 after 7. We're about to go to the grocery store. Looks like a pretty calm day, at least here in the marina. And here is Stefan and Captain Urban.
Morning.
We're about to take off to go to the grocery store, having our morning coffee. There's a little bit left there. Got my coffee here in my Buc-ee's cup. All right, so we are walking back from the grocery store, and this is the view. We have beautiful flowers on our way. So we're done shopping for the morning. Now we go to the marina, settle our account, check out with immigration. All right, here's a screen recording looking at the possible options to sail from St. Lucia all the way up to British Virgin Islands. And we ended up taking a course pretty similar to that, more or less straight, but heading the islands a little bit. So that course, you see the boat icon taken, is pretty much what we did. right, now a word from the wise Captain Urban. Captain, what do you think about our trip today?
It's champagne sailing.
Champagne sailing.
Yeah, beautiful sailing. No, it's incredible. Enjoyable, completely. Both Evan, myself, and Paradise are enjoying.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Behind you is the volcano that exploded in 1902 and 1932. Mount Pele, right?
Yes. It's up here, that village there.
Yeah.
Only one man survives.
Yeah. Lesson learned. Don't live at the foot of a volcano. It's still active.
It's still active, yeah.
Now they have a warning system, apparently. They measure every motion, every sound the mountain makes.
Yeah. It's nice. I'll be there with my family by car.
Yeah. Okay.
It's nice. The road, the highway, the road is perfect.
Nice.
Perfect.
So the waves are not even 1 meter, maybe.
Yeah, nothing.
Maybe 2 feet.
Yeah, I'm following.
Yeah, following seas. They're coming behind us, kind of pushing us along. The wind's coming at the same angle, basically. The wind's picking up because we're now coming out of the shadow. So hopefully we were at 9 knots. Now we're 9 knots of wind. Now we're at 10 and a half. So hopefully our speed picks up. We're running the motors at 1300 RPM, or the starboard motor, just to keep us moving while we were in the wind shadow of Martinique. So there's what the front looks like. And there's the sun about to go down. Okay, it's Monday, November the 20th. It's about, it's not yet noon. Oops, grabbing the wrong thing. And we have nice calm seas out here. Steady wind. Blowing about 12 knots. We've passed Guadalupe. And we're cutting the triangle towards the Virgin Islands. Heading is 340, averaging about 6 knots. You can see on the map Guadalupe way off to the east of us, and we're headed northwest. Captain took the early morning shift. I was up till, I think I was up around 4 hours last night. At one point we had to take the sails completely down because there was no wind at all. And we were headed into the wind. But now we're making decent time. We were doing 7 to 8 knots earlier when the wind was a little stronger. So it's calmed down quite a bit. We'll see if it gets some stronger wind. We might be in a slight lee shadow of Guadalupe. It's too far even to see, but on the map, it's a big old island, so I can imagine it creating some lee shadow way out here. I took a shower on the sugar scoop because it's too nauseating to go shower down below. I'm wearing my glasses. I don't know how well they work. I'm not getting worse. So we'll see. I'll give an update later to see if the glasses have a long-term effect. But I slept well. The only way to completely escape seasickness is just to lie down and close your eyes and go to sleep. That works great. You can't sleep constantly. Last night we had chicken. Captain prepared some rice. So we had a good dinner. We've been eating pretty well. I think the key thing is to stay hydrated. It's actually hard because we dry out so fast in the constant wind. Well, that's all for now. Give you an update maybe tonight or tomorrow. We should be reaching British Virgin Islands tomorrow evening. So another day, then a night, then another day. And then we're done. We'll have gotten to Loose Virgin Islands. So this is a rainstorm. We've been motoring with no wind, and now we are in the middle of a squall. But all the sails are down. We're headed into the wind. Got the canopy down so we don't get too terribly wet. So we'll struggle with that zipper in it. But we have a genuine rainstorm here. And the captain's okay. I slept most of the night, so I owe Captain a good nap today. Stefan also took night shifts. I slept right down there the whole night because that's the most comfortable place to sleep. Here we are. The sail is slightly up, but not providing any power. It's just there, so you can easily raise it. All right, this is the second very gentle rain, almost a squall. Put the jib up to give us a little bit of power. But the rain came sideways wind to the beam, off the starboard beam. So here we have the view outside. We have just checked out. That's the checkout. That's the checkout. And here's the pretty homes on the hills. I'm not buying one of those. There are boats out there somewhere. Where is our boat? Oh, it's way out there, past the ferry. The boat's past the ferry. Captain Urban tried to pick a fight with a customs official by putting his feet where they didn't belong, but he restrained himself from talking back to her, so I'm very proud of him. Stefan thinks everything is crazy. This is the cute little restaurant that's going to serve Thanksgiving, we heard, at 11. And then this is the marina at the West End. And it's packed full of passengers because there's a cruise ship nearby and a bunch of people came in for the marina. There's several different charter companies here. There's Voyage and two others. So this is the little village that the charter companies built. I guess they collaborate with each other. And an actual restaurant down there. We're gonna eat at Omar's. So there's the Voyage, and then there's another couple of them. There's actually a little grocery store down there that's quite good, that purple building. We stopped there and bought a few things, lunch meat and bread and juice. So Busy, busy, busy marina here at the West End in the British Virgin Islands. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Okay, it is Thanksgiving Day, and we just left the West End. Just left the West End of Tortola. We're doing a little test run out in the island group here. We're looking towards St. John right over there, and then in the distance you can see St. Thomas. So we're doing a little 30 minutes out in the water and back so we can heat up the engines, and we can see if the sensor, the starboard engine sensor, tells us it's overheating or not. That'll be enough time to get our engine temperature up and do a good test. So far, with the new sensor in, the starboard engine is reading cooler than the port engine. It was exactly the right part, so we know that it's not going to be reading incorrectly. And our water temperature gauge says it's cool. This engine over here, the port engine, actually is running a little bit hot. Need to check the oil to make sure we've got plenty of oil and fluid and all of that. But this is our little test run just to make sure we don't have a problem. So we're basically going to just cruise around this island right here to our left. It's like a private island because it's there's nothing ever going to and from it. There's a couple of houses there. I think this is one of those private islands. Or maybe it's one you can rent, I don't know. Let's avoid that patch of seaweed and head off to port. We don't want to run through a patch of seaweed and get that all clogged up in our engines. Okay. Then we'll come around this point over here. We'll head towards St. John and then all the way around back to the BVIs. So our sail is, as far as we know, not ready yet. The sailmaker is not answering his phone, probably because he's taking the afternoon off. So I'll have to call him in the morning and see when the sail is going to be ready. But meanwhile, we're on this absolutely stunning view here. That's open sea there. And then we have, I think it's called Yost Island. And just islands everywhere. The beauty of the Virgin Islands is there are so many islands that if you tuck yourself in the shelter of islands in all directions, you get very calm water. And it's a wonderful place to sail a boat, which is why I think the majority of all chartered catamarans are in this group of islands. Just because you can sail and sail for weeks and never get bored and always have nice calm water, even if your winds are a little high at 20-25 miles an hour. It doesn't do much to the water, so it's beautiful sailing. Anyway, that's all for now. I'll report back if we have a successful test. Well, our test was successful. We're returning back to the West End here in Tortola. The engine is nice and cool, so it was in fact this sensor that went bad, not an overheated engine. If we get our sail back tomorrow, then we're in good shape. Look at those beautiful houses. And we're going in between the green and the red right there.